Our Dharma talks this week are continuing our studies of prana, work in the invisible, specifically looking at the chakras. So I want to begin with this idea of what are the chakras? And even if you don't do yoga, I think if you ask your average person, they've heard of chakras. But if you ask them, what are they? A lot of yogis as well, it's difficult for them to explain or understand. It's their colors, their sounds, they are energy centers that have to do with our emotional or spiritual expression of life. And so in a way, they're this beautiful map, a way of svadhyaya, sva, self-adhyaya, understanding. It's a way of understanding ourselves in a way of healing or keeping ourselves healthy or working through challenges or traumas in our life. So the what is going to be unfolded in Dharma Talks this week. We begin with the root chakra and go all the way up through the crown chakra, looking at the main truth of each center, the color associated with each center, as well as the sound. And in looking at the chakras as an evolution, a spiritual or emotional evolution, it's easy for us to understand at the base we have our tribe, our family, our community, to we feel secure, safe, like we belong. The second, we begin to form relationships. And the third, we individuate and have our own opinions, expressions. We get to the heart, love, and we begin to move up through a more spiritual way of connecting to ourselves and the world. And in that, sometimes we think of this as linear, but actually when you begin to understand more and more about the what are the chakras, we know that I can be experiencing something in relationship with my family or my tribe or feeling like I belong that then touches my heart chakra and my wanting to be able to forgive or to love, to accept. And so we start to, as we understand the what better, we can utilize these as tools for, not just seeing the chakras as like these challenges, but more as ways of working through the lessons of life and becoming better, more beautiful, more healthy versions of ourselves. And when I talk to people about the chakras, it's nice to look at them as a way of identifying, like, where am I working right now? And what tools do I have? What ways am I working through this? And I think it really is more intentional and brings us to a higher level of living consciously. So in the understanding of the chakras, we not only talk about it as evolution, we talk about balancing the chakras, we talk about aligning the chakras. So I know that I can be very much involved in finding my voice in one way and also very connected to my second chakra in that same lesson that I'm working on, or that same challenge, or that same beautiful choices that I'm making in my life. So join me for conference this week. We're going to not only look at the what are the chakras, but how do the chakras work and how do we use them in our life to transform and to become the best version of ourselves. And I use a quote by Mary Oliver. It's one of my mantras. I choose to use this to remind myself that I am always in process. And there's never a point where I'm going to land. I'm going to be like, I'm here and this is where I stay. But as an emotional being, as a human being, that I'm going to continue to grow and shift and expand and change. The quote is, we do one thing or another, we stay the same or we change. Congratulations if you've changed. Join me for understanding more of the how chakras work to serve us in our lives.